What are you doing?
You first.
Oh, okay.
If you insist. I mean, there are a lot of people in here. Yeah, this whole conversation would be better if she was just topless the whole time.
I agree. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Bookend.
I would understand it more if she was just bouncing up and down slowly.
Yeah, because it'd be really easy to focus then.
Right. I read that. I've been thinking that I need a little direction too. I don't care.
Yeah.
Were you told that it's important to contribute to society?
Screw society.
What an unusual response. It's so out of nowhere that I don't know how to respond. And it also bothers me, though I don't know why. Possibly because it doesn't seem like something that would come from her. What was that sentence? That makes no sense. So I start to think that it isn't Shizune's thought at all. I wonder who told her that. Well, it was probably her dad, but there's a chance that she came up with it on her own. If so, would it be because she can't hear?
Oh my god, who cares?
Ugh. Why do you say that? Just because. I don't believe it.
Believe it.
I guess that's right, though. I see.
You have to put her in a Naruto headband when I say that, by the way.
Okay. I'll do that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same for me. I hate it. I think everyone wants a purpose. Looking back, it makes sense that Shizune doesn't have one. All that energy would otherwise have been directed at something. Since she had nothing to channel it towards, Shizune lashed out in all directions. Reminds me of a downed power line flailing in the storm. Furious and incandescent, but aimless and dangerous, just like Shizune.
Too many descriptors.
I want to say that this is why she feels the need to turn everything into a competition, but that's probably just how she is. Having a goal to put that energy towards is just the next level. Yeah, the amount of times that I just like look in confusion, like what the
yeah, like why is he going into all this much detail?
How about this? I could go into business. My family is well connected, so it shouldn't be too hard. That comes off sounding a little unethical and nepotistic, doesn't it? I mean, that's exactly, yeah.
Well, it's just because, like, I've played a few visual novels. I mean, we played DDLC and things like that. But I can't remember any other ones. Most of them are like, you have the conversation, your character may think something to himself, and then there's just, like, stage direction. Like, this person does this, or this person moves. It's not, she was calm but fierce in the way that a telephone pole shocks the sky. Like, you know,
flailing
stupid
like a
shit.
wacky flailing inflating tube man.
Yeah. Like, it's just, I mean, yeah, it's a writing tool, and it's meant to give you more description onto what someone's feeling or what they look like.
But half the time, it's like, I don't even understand how a thought process got to this point.
Yeah,
I just stare at the screen in confusion.
It just seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's a little too much.
A little.
Yeah.
I won't coast, though. I'll work hard until I am at the very apex. When I have as much money as possible, so much that it'll be like I won't know what to do with it, I'll move on to the next step. After sitting on it for a while, of course, like a fairy tale dragon. You want to be...
a dragon.
The very best? A philanthropist. Oh.
Well, that's boring.
Tisk tisk, what were you thinking? That I wanted to be a miser? I mean, at least as long as we have a pool filled with coins, I'll be happy.
Right?
Well, it's true. It is a part of the plan. Don't sell me short or stop there, though.
Don't dive into that. You will break your neck.
Yeah. Oh, do you know from experience?
No, I just know how coins work.
Coins
are not liquid.
Works?
Yeah.
Shizune still looks uneasy. Of course, even if she did seem to resolve her problem quickly, no one can get over their anxieties that fast. No one can solve their problems that easily. The important thing is, it looks as though she has her heart set on trying. It's still hard to tell whether that drive of hers comes from a good or bad place. But she has something to hold on to now. I can genuinely believe that she does. I'm happy for her, and at the same time I feel a little cold. I'm the one who's behind. Now I'm the only one without a goal.
Oh, I'm not good enough for her.
I'm gonna go be a pirate with Emmy.
Yeah!
Oh, what are we gonna do now? This probably is the final scene, right? whatever's going to load next.
Who knows? Not me. Everyone watching does, but I don't.
Oh, good. Monologuing. There haven't been any further disruptions since that week.
Yeah, what an annoying disruption that sex with your girlfriend was. That's sex in the deep and heartfelt chat.
Right. Of course, that's what I thought the week before that, and Shizune and Misha's sudden newfound clarity had left me feeling a little lost and envious. I thought there was no way I could rest easy at the time. But fortunately, nothing came of my worries. Then before I knew it, there was enough to deal with in school that I even managed to put them off my mind. And still everything was fine. I was wrong. I'd seen Shizune and Misha's carefully hidden vulnerabilities, but they were still strong. Now we're going to be graduating soon. I've grown so comfortable here that it kind of crept up on me. When it did, I felt sad and didn't want to think about it, so I didn't. Not until recently.
Cue the graduation music, like the sad graduation. What's
Yeah.
that Vitamin C song? I think it's just called Graduation.
I was the time of your life.
No,
Good Riddance by Green
yeah,
Day.
that's overplayed. It's too much.
About a week ago, I started making a list of people I thought I should say goodbye to before graduation. The first rule I laid out for myself was that I would try not to write them down in any kind of special order, like least important to most important. Somehow it ended up like that anyway, since I only have one person on my list.
Yeah.
Even though it also ended up being a shorter list than I expected it to be. Kenji is somewhere in the middle.
Why is he on it at all?
They said I would have to graduate eventually. Well, I showed them I've lived here rent-free for more than long enough. If you take into account the rising cost of land, I think you could say I've won in the end. No, you know what? I did win. Screw you guys. History will acknowledge me as the victor.
The victor of what?
I managed to stay out of sight and slip through the cracks. I beat the system.
That's what you want. Kids in school slipping through the cracks.
If you put it that way, it sounds like you just ran away from the system.
Sometimes running is the greatest form of victory, like in the Olympics.
I'm too tired to argue with him. Who's he kidding? Everyone knows the shot put is the best Olympic event. In any case.
Why? No, it's not. Not by a long shot.
Is there anybody that thinks that?
No, maybe people who compete in the shot put.
The coolest Olympic event is the curling. The little ice.
Like the brooms?
Yeah.
Really?
Like the ice shuffleboard. That's awesome.
It's water polo.
Well, beach volleyball.
No, it's ski shooting. It's people on skis that shoot. I don't even know if that's an actual thing, but it should be, if it's not. I think it's a Winter Olympic.
There is one.
Where you're on skis and you shoot.
They like free ski. It's like a triathlon type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the coolest.
So, what you're saying basically, what you're basically saying is you won't miss it.
Miss what?
The shot put.
School, dummy.
No, I told you, this place is too filled with feminists. It's beyond saving. But at least I'll be able to get out before it reaches critical mass. I'll only come back years later when they build a statue to honor me.
Do they do the 10-year later reunion thing here?
How would I know that? Probably. Anyway, I have to start packing now. Take care of yourself, man.
You should have packed a week ago like I did.
No, I didn't.
What'd you wear all week?
Not that I had much to pack.
That's not how it goes. You're supposed to do everything at the last minute. Men are better at doing everything at the last minute. The last minute can have more productivity than, like, the entire week before it. It's how we keep shit fair.
I agree with that statement.
You'll never understand our manly ways.
You take care of yourself too, you asshole. With a salute, he shoots backwards through the door, slamming it shut behind him hard enough that the entire dorm probably heard it. I've noticed that a lot of people slam doors here. Maybe it's a local thing.
And we never saw Kenji again.
Ah, take care of myself. It's the first time I've heard him say it. Usually he ends our conversations with something like, "See ya, I'll pay you back later, man." Well, he was a little annoying sometimes, but I'll miss him. I cross him off my list mentally. The list is very short now. I once again discard the notion of going through it in any kind of order. Like I said, I never had that intention. So I go out to look for Shizune and Misha. I can only think of one place they could be. Student council room, of course. turning the corner. I mean, are you really going to say goodbye to Shizune? I'm assuming you're still going to be dating her.
I mean, it's graduation.
Yeah, but...
You don't stay with your high school girlfriend when you graduate. That's a fool's move.
Turning the corner, I almost bump into a small group of students. For a second, a bitter feeling flashes through me, since for all I know, that could have been fatal. It's the new student council.
Are you made of glass? I mean...
Yeah, I don't know.
It never seemed like the smallest bump could kill you.
Right, no, and you just pounded the shit out of Shizune in the...
Yeah, I mean, your heart hurt a little bit.
Yeah. But then it's like, someone rubbed into me.
Yeah. He brushed my shoulder. I'm gonna die!
It's the new student council. There aren't a lot of them, but a lot more than 3, which is good, since it means there's enough of them that they can each have their own title. It would have been cool if I could have had a little desk plaque with my name and title on it. I don't think they do that now, or ever did, unfortunately. The new student council surrounds me while I'm thinking. If anyone were looking at this from afar, it would be a pretty sinister sight. Maybe they have come to finally get back on me for calling them the new student council all those times. I was just translating for Shizune, but I guess I should have been less lazy and more tactful. I regret nothing.
This is how it ends.
I find myself being thanked for everything I've done. I'm being thanked. This should make me happy, considering how often I would think to myself that being in student council was a completely thankless job. It does make me happy, but I can't enjoy it fully.
Oh, here we go. Take a drink.
I wonder how things would have turned out if our student council had grown as large as the one that's set to replace us. Even though they only got 2 or 3 other members, it's enough that they have set roles. Not like us, where Shizune seemed to be the president, but that was it. And the new council thanking me gives me a strange feeling. It's like coming back home and seeing that a tree you nurtured years before had just grown. But I feel like I didn't nurture that tree enough. I wonder what more I could have done. It would likely make Shizune furious that I would feel distant from what I did in the student council this way. Or that I'd imply I didn't do enough, but it's true. I was only following her. So in a way, I almost feel like I'm viewing that same tree from far away, as if I'm seeing it from the window of a train as it passes by. God, I'm falling asleep over here.
Yeah.
I indulged in these thoughts for too long. Yes, thank you for speaking for us. When I snap out of it, I realize that I'm still standing there, surrounded by the new student council, staring at me while I monologue. I do the only thing I can do and apologize for zoning out. Then I thank them back.
Do the only thing I can do and begin flossing.
Walk away. I enter the student council room, which looks a lot messier, but seems to have gained a computer. It makes sense. I recall hearing one of the clipboard girls talking about her plans. That's her official title.
Yeah, everyone's got a title now.
To use a computer to make all the boring data entry Shizune does more tolerable. I can't remember which one said it though. AoE seems to be the more ambitious one, but then again, Kiko appears more serious. Well, it doesn't matter now.
You told me I haven't watched it. We have that backwards.
When I was editing it, because I looked up the 2 girls to put on the thumbnail.
Right.
I guess we had it backwards.
Oh well.
I don't remember it now.
Right. We just had.
But I was voicing the book girl, but I was actually reading the other girl's
the lines for the other girl. Yeah. Well, they were both on screen at once. It was very confusing.
Right.
You can't introduce characters and
the
just.
One I liked was AoE or whatever.
Okay, I don't even remember.
I'm not alone in the room, but instead of finding Shizune here like I expected, it's just Misha. She's sitting on Shizune's desk, like Shizune herself often does, swinging her legs back and forth. When our eyes meet, she hops off and inexplicably poses like a superhero.
Hi, Hee-chan. I'm surprised to see you here.
What are you doing?
You first.
Oh, okay.
If you insist. I mean, there are a lot of people in here.
I was looking for Shizune. That's the good boyfriend
Me
answer.
too. I thought you would be here, but I got Hee-chan instead. Ew.
Gee, thanks.
Wow, well, this is good. Really. I wanted to talk to you anyway.
About what? I take the time to glance around the room a little more. I see a hot plate. They are really living high.
I wanted to say sorry, of course, for all the trouble I made for you and Shi-chan.
Why did they get all this cool shit and we had to fight over a cinnamon roll?
Right? Who's funding them?
Don't call it trouble.
Right.
Don't apologize to Shizune.
Yeah, she's a bitch. Right. But that isn't why I'm here, He-chan. I wouldn't apologize to Shi-chan. Since you're here, I want to ask you a question.
Go on.
Yes? He-chan, what do you think it would take for Shi-chan to be happy?
World domination, obviously. Ha ha ha.
Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. This is a fake laugh. You're not that funny.
Let's play Risk.
Even though you're joking, He-chan? No, even if she could, it wouldn't make Shi-chan happy. Only for a little while. He-chan, have you ever heard of artists who tear up their paintings as soon as they finish them? I feel personally attacked. Such people really exist in the world, you know?
Man, they're so stupid.
Yeah. I remembered it all of a sudden. It's just like Shi-chan, now that I think about it. Whenever Shi-chan sets up a challenge for herself and completes it, she acts like her skills have no meaning anymore. I wonder, is it because she can't create anything permanent? Is that why she keeps trying to get pregnant? It's just like those artists and how they want to create a piece of art to leave behind. A really great one, but can't do it. It's really obvious when I look back at it, but I didn't see it before. Now I'm scared. I wonder if Shi-chan will ever be happy.
Why, did she say she's not happy?
Oh, God.
No, I don't think so. Not about her ever being happy. I don't care if she's happy or not.
Right.
I think you're wrong. Shizune is actually happy more often than I'd thought.
It's better off if her self-esteem is low.
Right.
I don't need her to gain enough confidence to leave me.
I think it's actually kind of amazing. Usually people don't think about that kind of stuff until they're middle-aged or dying. Then they think, I want to leave something behind, or I want to be remembered.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure we're at the end.
We're close.
But I'm going to pseudo call this episode.
Yeah.
I really feel like the next one's not going to be long enough, and we'll have to tack it on to the end of this one. But we'll still do an introduction and
We'll
whatnot.
keep saying that until it's true.
Yeah, it really does seem like it's wrapping up now.
Yeah, it's a lot of monologuing.
It's
and
the last day of school.
graduation.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you next time for possibly the finale. Well, kind of pseudo finale because we're doing the Misha bit too.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still the finale of the Shizune route.
Yeah.
Shizune.